Gunsmoke wasn't just a TV show. It was a part of American life for 20 long years. Every week, families would gather around the television, leaning forward with quiet excitement, and sometimes a little nervous laugh escaping them as they imagined the dusty streets of Dodge City. At the heart of it all was Marshal Matt Dillon, the brave lawman who somehow made the chaos of the Old West feel safe. James Arness played him with such steady calm that you could almost hear a collective sigh of relief every time Dillon brought justice to a scene. The way he stood tall and fair. People didn't just watch for the gunfights. They stayed because Dillon made their hearts swell with hope. It's hard to imagine now, but James Arness nearly didn't get the role at all. Can you believe it? At first, John Wayne, the towering star of Western movies, was considered. Wayne loved the big screen too much to switch to TV. Still, with a chuckle and a shake of his head, he suggested Arness instead, saying, "This one's your man." That tiny suggestion, it changed everything. You can almost hear the laughter in the room when they realized what a perfect choice it was. Casting Dillon wasn't easy. William Conrad, who had voiced Dillon on the radio, hoped to step into the role, but producers hesitated. They feared he didn't look right. Raymond Burr tried out too, and each time, the room must have held its breath. But then, CBS took a leap of faith with Arness, and the relief when it worked. Once Dillon was set, the show needed someone just as sparkling, Miss Kitty Russell, the clever, witty, and kind-hearted saloon owner. At first, Polly Bond was offered the role, but she gently declined, not wanting to out-earn her husband. Such different times. Amanda Blake stepped in, and with her laughter, her tender smiles, her gentle teasing, she became unforgettable. The way she could make Dillon blush and the audience laugh, it was magic. Gunsmoke moved from radio in 1952 to television in 1955. CBS wasn't sure anyone would care, yet week after week, viewers leaned closer to their screens, sometimes gasping, sometimes whispering, sometimes chuckling at Dillon's choices and Miss Kitty's sharp wit. From half-hour black and white episodes to full-hour color adventures, the show grew into a phenomenon. By its 20th season, Gunsmoke had become the longest-running scripted primetime series in American history. And while we remembered the dusty streets and heroic deeds, the story behind the cameras, so many near misses, chances taken, hearts racing, makes you laugh softly, sigh, and sometimes even tear up a little. What a remarkable story! It almost wasn't. By the time Gunsmoke came to television in 1955, it was already a beloved hit on the radio. People all across the country would huddle around their radios, sometimes chuckling, sometimes holding their breath, living every adventure of Dodge City as if they were there themselves. But television brought something magical. They could finally see the dusty streets, the bustling saloons, and the lawless dangers of the Old West right in their living rooms. Families gathered each week, smiling at one another, sharing small gasps when trouble arose, and letting out soft sighs when Dillon kept the peace. It wasn't just about gunfights. It was about the choices, the courage, and sometimes the heartbreak of the people who called Dodge City home. CBS believed in the show from the very start. They even funded the first episodes without sponsors, trusting the story would capture hearts. And did it ever. By 1961, Gunsmoke had grown from a 30-minute black and white program to a full one-hour show. Fans cheered with delight, laughing and leaning closer, eager to spend even more time with Marshal Matt Dillon as it brought justice to the frontier. It wasn't just longer, it was proof that people craved more adventure, more bravery, and more moments with the characters who felt like friends. Over 20 years, Gunsmoke produced 635 episodes, making it the longest-running scripted primetime show of its era. Each story added layers to life on the frontier. Viewers didn't just watch Dillon enforce the law, they felt it,
Hearts would race when he faced danger, sigh when justice came at a cost, and yes, sometimes weep softly when another life was lost to the harsh realities of the West. The show wasn't mere entertainment, it became woven into the very fabric of American culture. Critics noticed too. The Los Angeles Times compared it to epic tales like the Iliad and the Odyssey, saying it made everyday heroism feel timeless. Fans agreed, chuckling at Dillon's quiet wit, debating his hard choices, or quietly weeping at moments of loss. Kids admired his bravery, teens discussed the moral dilemmas, and adults shook their heads in awe at the realism. Even reruns kept the magic alive, while the original episodes were re-released as Marshal Dillon, so new generations could gasp, sigh, and laugh along just like the first audiences did. Gunsmoke's reach wasn't limited to the US. In the United Kingdom, it aired as Gun Law, and its messages of courage, justice, and honor resonated there too. After the series ended, fans could still feel the thrill in 5 made-for-TV movies, following Dillon one last time through the streets of Dodge City. But behind the scenes, the work was grueling. The cast and crew faced long days, exhausting physical challenges, and personal struggles. Every heartfelt episode was born from dedication, sweat, and perseverance. Oh, the sacrifices they made, sometimes it's hard to imagine. But it's those very struggles that turned Matt Dillon into the hero we still remember, and that almost kept the show from ever reaching our living rooms at all.
While Gunsmoke was a hit on television, making the show was far from easy. James Arness, the towering figure who brought Marshal Matt Dillon to life, faced challenges that viewers never saw. Oh, the long hours on set, riding horses, trudging dusty streets, staying calm when the tension was high, it must have been exhausting. On top of that, Arness carried injuries from World War II, lingering reminders of battles fought long before cameras rolled. You can almost feel the ache he hid behind that steady gaze. Yet he never let it stop him. Every step, every calm command, every quiet look in Dillon's eyes felt real because it came from James himself, from experience and quiet determination. Filming schedules had to bend around him. Scenes with long walks or horse riding were often shot at the earliest hours when his energy was strongest. Breaks were timed carefully, moments of rest to let him shine. Even simple tasks like mounting a horse could bring pain, but Arness pushed on, quietly smiling through it, making Dillon believable as a hero who faced danger without ever losing his courage or sense of right and wrong. He wasn't the only one with struggles. Milburn Stone, the incomparable Doc Adams, nearly walked away before the cameras even started rolling. He'd clashed with Charles Marquise Warren, the show's creator, on an earlier project. Stone remembered thinking, "There's no stage big enough to hold Charles Warren and me." Can you imagine that tension? But the studio promised fairness, and Stone struck a rare deal for lifetime pay from reruns, a deal almost unheard of at the time. When he finally agreed, the friendship between Dillon and Doc Adams was born, a bond that would become one of television's most cherished partnerships. Even after that, the cast had their disagreements. At first, Stone and Arness didn't see eye to eye. Arness's easygoing, joking nature grated on Stone, who preferred precision and order. Late arrivals, playful quips, they tested his patience. But a serious talk changed everything. Stone voiced his concerns, warning Arness of the trouble his behavior could cause. Arness listened, nodded, and from that moment, respect grew. Their friendship deepened, warm and steady, echoing the loyalty viewers saw on screen. Despite all the struggles, injuries, conflicts, long grueling days, the impact of Gunsmoke only grew. Phrases like "get out of Dodge" slipped into everyday conversation. Letters poured in from devoted fans, and the characters became more than just images on a screen. The way people connected, laughed, gasped, and sometimes wept alongside Dillon and Doc, it was remarkable. Even before the cameras rolled, some of the most surprising stories were unfolding. Quiet acts of dedication,
moments of compromise, and triumphs born from patience and resilience. Those behind-the-scenes struggles shaped a show that would leave its mark on generations, inspiring comics, future actors, and hearts across the country.
Behind the swinging doors of the Long Branch Saloon, Miss Kitty Russell became one of television's most beloved characters. But getting her to Dodge City wasn't simple. Amanda Blake made Kitty unforgettable, yet she wasn't the first choice. The role was originally offered to Polly Bond, who gently declined, not because of the character, but because of money. The expectations of the time. Women were supposed to earn less than their husbands. Polly's husband, Tommy Bond, famed as Butch in The Little Rascals, made her feel that earning more than him wouldn't be right. It's hard to imagine now, but that small choice opened the door for Amanda Blake, and from the moment she stepped into the saloon, Miss Kitty shimmered with charm, warmth, and strength, perfectly complementing Marshal Matt Dillon's serious, steady nature. Miss Kitty's impact went far beyond acting. Fans wrote letters brimming with admiration, concern, and even their own personal stories. Amanda Blake said these letters lifted her spirits, especially during the slow stretches of Hollywood work. One letter, from a young girl who prayed for Miss Kitty, touched her so deeply she felt a spark of courage to keep going. You can almost feel the soft gasp of emotion as Blake read it, her heart swelling with connection. That bond between cast and viewers became a cornerstone of Gunsmoke, a show where the audience truly mattered. Gunsmoke also became a launch pad for future stars. With 20 years on air and over 600 episodes, countless guest actors passed through Dodge City. Some became legends. Harrison Ford appeared twice, long before he swung his whip as Indiana Jones. A young Jodie Foster graced 3 episodes. Sam Elliott, Richard Dreyfuss, Ron Howard, Kurt Russell, Dennis Hopper, Nick Nolte, Adam West all had early brushes with Gunsmoke. Even Star Trek fans might gasp. Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, James Doohan, and DeForest Kelley all made appearances, while Jerry Goldsmith lent his musical genius to some episodes. Casting was more than skill, it was timing and personality. Dennis Weaver, who became Chester Good, first tried the role straight and serious, but producers wanted humor. Weaver recalled a college friend's funny accent and added it. He also gave Chester his famous limp, a tiny heartwarming quirk that made viewers chuckle and sometimes sigh with worry, thinking he was hurt. Little touches like this made Dodge City feel alive. Even as stars came and went, one thing stayed constant: the viewers. Letters, campaigns, and feedback shaped performances, and sometimes the story itself. Milburn Stone, Amanda Blake, and James Arness all said hearing from fans pushed them to give their very best. Together, the cast's devotion and the fans' passion made Gunsmoke more than a TV show. It became a living, breathing community, one full of laughter, sighs, and shared tears. But as the characters thrived, Dodge City faced a shocking challenge, an unexpected cancellation that left hearts aching and fans whispering their goodbyes, wishing there could be just one more evening at the saloon. After 20 years of shaping television history, Gunsmoke came to a conclusion that left everyone, cast, crew, and fans, reeling. By 1975, viewers had traveled every dusty street of Dodge City, walked alongside Marshal Matt Dillon, Doc Adams, and Miss Kitty, and felt the pulse of courage, danger, and quiet heroism week after week. Oh, the laughter, the sighs, and the occasional soft tears shared with these characters. It was a bond unlike any other. But when the show ended, there was no warning, no celebration, no proper farewell. CBS suddenly decided not to renew Gunsmoke for a 21st season. For a series that had become woven into the very fabric of American life, the news landed like a thunderclap. The cast, who had poured decades of dedication into bringing Dodge City alive, learned the shocking news not from the network, but from newspapers. James Arness later recalled the disbelief, his voice catching. "We didn't do a final wrap-up show. We finished the 20th year. We all expected to go on for another season or 2 or 3. Oh, imagine giving 20 years of your life to something, only to find out it's over without a single proper goodbye." The final episode, The Sharecroppers, surprised fans. Rather than centering on Dillon or Doc Adams, it focused on a minor character and a light, almost side story. Many viewers blinked in confusion, some letting out soft sighs of disappointment. After 2 decades of daring outlaws, brave lawmen, and the heartbeat of Dodge City, the ending felt unexpectedly gentle, almost fragile. Yet the spirit of Gunsmoke refused to fade quietly. Behind the scenes, emotions ran deep. Arness, the steady face of Dillon, carried the weight of the show in interviews and appearances, a quiet strength tinged with sorrow. Milburn Stone, who had grown close to Arness over the years, mourned in silence, shaking his head softly at the abrupt end. And the fans, oh, their devotion never wavered. They wrote letters, shared memories, and whispered their longing for a proper conclusion. Their love kept Gunsmoke alive in hearts long after the credits rolled. The cancellation revealed how unpredictable television could be. Even the most beloved series could vanish without notice. Westerns were waning, overtaken by crime dramas and detective shows. Yet for the fans, Dodge City remained vivid in memory. The dusty streets, the warm chatter of the Long Branch Saloon, the calm courage of Marshal Dillon. These images lingered, impossible to erase, even by ratings or sudden endings. And yet, hope quietly stirred. Nearly 20 years later, a series of made-for-TV movies would arrive, offering Marshal Dillon the farewell he deserved. Oh, what relief! What soft, heartwarming sighs for fans who had waited so long. Remembering the laughter, the gasps, and the quiet moments of bravery that made Gunsmoke eternal. For nearly 20 years after Gunsmoke vanished from television, fans clung to hope that Dodge City, its dusty streets, bustling saloons, and brave Marshal Matt Dillon would return. The sudden cancellation in 1975 had left an aching emptiness in their hearts. The sighs and quiet murmurs as reruns ended, the letters written in longing, the soft chuckles and tears shared while remembering favorite moments. Yet the story wasn't over. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Gunsmoke returned, not as a weekly show, but as 5 made-for-TV movies, finally giving devoted fans a sense of closure. One of these films stands out above the rest, Gunsmoke, One Man's Justice. James Arness returned as Dillon, older now, his face lined with years on the frontier. He wasn't the unstoppable young marshal anymore. Now he was thoughtful, reflective, and quietly brave. The way he carried wisdom alongside courage, it made viewers sigh and smile all at once. The story centered on Dillon helping a young boy avoid the mistakes of the past, showing a tender, caring side of the hero that fans had glimpsed only occasionally before. The moment that truly stayed with audiences came at the very end. The villain, Josh Reardon, was poised to escape, and Dillon's younger companions froze, fear written across their faces. Calm and steady, Dillon stepped forward, raised his weapon, and simply said, "I got him." The hush that must have fallen in living rooms across the country. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't dramatic. It was quiet, measured, and powerful. That single line carried decades of bravery, integrity, and heart, delivered in the unmistakable presence of James Arness. Of course, Milburn Stone, the beloved Doc Adams, was no longer there. He had passed away 14 years earlier, leaving a tender emptiness in the story. Yet, even without him, the spirit of Gunsmoke remained alive. Arness alone brought viewers back to Dodge City, letting them exhale with relief, finally feel the closure they had waited so long for, and smile at the hero they had grown to love. These TV movies did more than finish a story. They reminded everyone why Gunsmoke had mattered so profoundly. It wasn't merely entertainment, it was a cornerstone of American television. It shaped actors, inspired writers, and influenced creators for decades. New generations could see why Matt Dillon, Miss Kitty, and Doc Adams had become legends. Even today, Gunsmoke's impact endures. Its storytelling, unforgettable characters, and the quiet strength of James Arness continue to inspire westerns, streaming series, and films about the Old West. The final scene offered closure, yet whispered one undeniable truth. Legends never truly disappear. They live on in the hearts and memories of all who watched and loved them. Ah, what a remarkable journey it was. And beyond endings, Gunsmoke stands as a legacy, one that shaped television, launched careers, and left a mark on Hollywood that still echoes through the shows and stars of today. Even after the streets of Dodge City went quiet, Gunsmoke's impact lingered, refusing to fade. It wasn't just a television show, it became part of American culture, shaping how generations imagined the Old West and influencing how Hollywood told its stories. Its focus on strong storytelling, memorable characters, and clear moral choices set a standard that countless shows still strive to meet. Oh, you can almost hear the quiet admiration as fans realized how much it changed the way we see heroes. Its influence echoes in classic Western films, in the bold narratives of Yellowstone, and even in the sweeping dramatic style of Sergio Leone's spaghetti westerns. Gunsmoke also became a launch pad for actors who would become Hollywood legends. James Arness, tall, calm, unwavering, embodied Marshal Matt Dillon in a way that became iconic. But he wasn't alone in shaping the show's legacy. Kurt Russell appeared as a young actor long before he became a Western star. Harrison Ford showed up in 2 episodes, years before swinging a whip as Indiana Jones. And Jodie Foster, Ron Howard, Dennis Hopper, and others walked Dodge City's dusty streets before fame found them. Oh, the quiet smiles and gasps as audiences look back at these early performances. It wasn't just entertainment, it was a training ground for Hollywood's future. The show's influence went far beyond the actors. It shaped the way Americans talked about the West. Phrases like "get out of Dodge" slipped into everyday language, carrying Dillon's quiet authority into the culture. Fans wrote letters brimming with admiration, personal stories, and encouragement. Amanda Blake, who played Miss Kitty, often said those letters gave her courage to keep going when work was scarce. Oh, the love and connection between viewers and characters, so tender, so enduring. It made Gunsmoke more than a show. It became a companion to life itself. Even decades later, Gunsmoke still finds new audiences. Streaming services breathe life into Dodge City again, with episodes topping watch lists. Viewers laugh, sigh, and gasp alongside Dillon as he protects the town, navigating moral dilemmas and human drama with quiet strength. It's a reminder of a world where good and evil were clear, yet courage often meant patience, restraint, and kindness. The show's lasting appeal comes from its emotional depth. From Dillon's calm bravery, to Miss Kitty's warmth, to Doc Adams' steady wisdom, to Chester's lighthearted charm, Gunsmoke portrayed the full spectrum of human experience. The soft sighs and small smiles it brings even today. True heroism is rarely loud. It lives in courage, decency, and quiet resolve. And at the heart of it all,
was the man who carried the story, James Arness. His steady presence, his unforgettable moments, and the generation of fans who loved him keep Dodge City alive forever. Oh, what a legacy he left behind. Behind the tall, steady figure of Marshal Matt Dillon was a man who carried far more than a badge. James Arness brought real courage, strength, and even quiet vulnerability to Gunsmoke. On screen, Dillon seemed calm, unshakable, the kind of hero you could rely on. But Arness faced his own struggles, both on and off the set. Oh, the long hours, the dusty streets, the countless times getting on and off horses, standing for scenes under the hot sun. It must have been exhausting. And as the years went by, those challenges only grew heavier. What many fans didn't know was that Arness's movements were shaped by injuries he carried from World War II. Returning from the war, even simple tasks could be draining. The thought of him pushing through pain just to make Dillon real, it makes you sigh in admiration. But he never let it stop him. Scenes were carefully planned, breaks were timed, and through it all, Arness gave his best. Every measured step, every calm gaze, every steady word of Dillon's was infused with authenticity. The quiet strength, the deep sense of right and wrong, and the calm authority that made audiences love him. Arness also carried the emotional heart of the show. Humble and selfless, he never sought attention, always putting his work first. Early on, he sometimes clashed with other actors, yet those struggles gave birth to enduring friendships and mutual respect. By the final seasons, Arness was more than an actor. He was the steady heartbeat of Gunsmoke, holding Dodge City together for millions of devoted fans. One of the most unforgettable moments came in the TV movies, particularly Gunsmoke, One Man's Justice. Fans had waited years to see Dillon's story continue. The moment wasn't about dramatic gunfights. It was about a man who had always stood for justice, guiding others with quiet courage. When Dillon said, "I got him," oh, the sighs, the smiles, the soft tears that followed. 20 years of history, laughter, and quiet emotion captured in a single line, connecting viewers deeply to Arness and the world he had helped create. Arness's impact stretches far beyond Gunsmoke. He showed that heroism doesn't need to shout. Strength can be quiet, courage can be calm, and integrity can endure forever. For generations of viewers, Dillon was more than a character. He was a mentor, a protector, a friend. What a gift to watch him stand tall and steady through every dusty street and every moral challenge. And even as Arness's final scenes offered closure, his influence still lives on today, shaping actors, inspiring Hollywood, and proving that some legends never truly leave the screen. The quiet hero of Dodge City will always be remembered. Even many years after the last gunfight in Dodge City, Gunsmoke still echoes through American culture. It wasn't just a television show. It became the blueprint for what a Western could be. Thrilling, meaningful, and full of real human emotion. From the early black and white episodes to the long hour-long dramas, Gunsmoke showed viewers how a story could weave suspense, humor, sadness, and hope. The sighs, the quiet chuckles, the tender gasps, it made living rooms across the country come alive. Its influence can be seen in movies, TV shows, and even books. Modern westerns, from Taylor Sheridan's epic series to classic cowboy films, carry pieces of Gunsmoke in every line, every choice, every character. The show also launched Hollywood careers. Young actors like Harrison Ford, Kurt Russell, Jodie Foster, and Ron Howard learned their craft on the streets of Dodge City. Each brought life and realism to the frontier, making it feel alive and immediate. Fans could almost smell the dust, hear the horses' hoofs, and feel the tension of the saloon doors swinging open. Gunsmoke even shaped language itself. Phrases like, "Get out of Dodge," became legendary, showing how television could touch everyday speech. Viewers didn't just watch, they quoted lines, imitated gestures, and held close the lessons of courage, justice, and loyalty. Fans played a central role in the show's heart. Letters shaped performances, inspired moments, and encouraged the actors to keep giving their best. Amanda Blake, who played Miss Kitty, often spoke of the courage she drew from letters written by young viewers who adored her character. Milburn Stone, Doc Adams, even listened to doctors' advice, adjusting his lines to blend realism with entertainment. Oh, the care, the connection. It created a bond between cast and audience that was rare then and even rarer today. Gunsmoke lived far beyond television. Comic books, reruns, and TV movies kept Dodge City alive for new generations. It inspired filmmakers, writers, and actors to treat westerns with seriousness, turning what could have been mere entertainment into cultural milestones. Even when westerns waned in popularity, Gunsmoke's influence endured, a testament to storytelling that never truly disappears. Its focus on fairness, complex characters, and moral courage set a standard Hollywood continues to follow. And perhaps the clearest proof of Gunsmoke's lasting power is its timelessness. Streaming services introduced it to new audiences, where it often ranks among the most watched shows. The values it promoted, courage, loyalty, fairness, and resilience, still resonate. James Arness's portrayal of Matt Dillon remains iconic, showing that quiet heroism, calm determination, and steady integrity can inspire generation after generation. And while Gunsmoke continues to shape television and movies, the most unforgettable moments, its triumphs, its struggles, and its heartfelt goodbyes will always belong to the dusty streets of Dodge City and the heart of one extraordinary actor. Oh, what a legacy it left.
For fans, the true heart of Gunsmoke has always lived in its quiet, emotional moments, the ones that linger long after the episode ends. When the series abruptly stopped in 1975, many viewers felt a hollow ache, a longing for just a little more time in Dodge City. The sighs, the quiet whispers around the TV. People didn't just miss a show, they missed friends. Nearly 20 years later, the made-for-TV movies finally delivered the farewell fans had been waiting for. Among them, Gunsmoke, One Man's Justice, stands out, giving James Arness and Dodge City the proper goodbye the original show never had. The final scenes are simple, yet profoundly powerful. Arness's Matt Dillon, older now but just as steady, reflects the weight of years protecting the innocent and guiding others. The climax, where Matt Dillon confronts the villain Josh Reardon, is unforgettable. The younger men freeze, fear etched across their faces. Dillon steps forward, takes one steady shot, and utters words carrying 20 years of history. "I got him." Oh, the sighs that must have swept across living rooms everywhere. That line, so quiet, so deliberate, carries the man, the show, and the deep bond between actor and audience. It's a moment of relief, of farewell, of completion, and it resonates in a way no flashy ending ever could. Fans responded with awe and emotion. Letters poured in, interviews overflowed with admiration, and discussions bubbled with the sense that viewers were saying goodbye to a friend, a mentor, a symbol of justice. Even people discovering the series decades later can feel the weight of that final moment. Gunsmoke never relied on spectacle. Its power was in steady character, community, and moral courage. That's why the last scenes linger. They honor the quiet heroism that defined the show. The influence of Gunsmoke stretches far beyond television. Its stories, moral clarity, and deeply drawn characters set a benchmark for storytelling.
Writers, actors, and producers still cite the series as a cornerstone of their craft. From classic westerns to modern dramas, the lessons endure. Courage can be quiet, justice requires patience, and true heroism rises from integrity and perseverance. Oh, James Arness taught generations that strength isn't about noise or showmanship. It's about standing firm, even when it's hard. Even today, when Gunsmoke appears on streaming platforms, viewers return to Dodge City. They walk the dusty streets, linger in the saloon, and watch the calm, steadfast lawman, feeling the same blend of nostalgia, admiration, and tender emotion that defined the original run. Gunsmoke isn't just TV history, it's a living legacy. Stories built on human emotion, moral courage, and real characters can last across generations. And while Matt Dillon's final shot marked the end of an era, the spirit of Gunsmoke rides on, proving that some legends never truly fade, and some farewells remain in the heart forever. Oh, what a remarkable journey it was.